What is going on, guys? Jack has got you back. Welcome to a tier list. We haven't done a tier list in so long. Oh my god, I think it's been like a couple of weeks or so. Damn, I'm sorry, dude. Been trying to figure out of other the tier lists to do, and I thought of one. Why don't we do Halo? Because I play Halo. I've played a good amount of Halo. Halo was one of the first Xbox games I practically owned when I owned a 360. So without further ado, let's see how this goes. So we are going to be doing another tier list, and I've decided to put Halo games as well as like TV shows and cartoons. I decided to put them all in one go because you can't have too much Halo. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. Can't have too much Halo. You can never have too much Halo until someone doesn't actually do the right stuff with the property. But anywho, without further ado, let's get into this tier list. So, without further ado, let's kick things off with the game that started it all, Halo Combat Evolved. So, Halo Combat Evolved came out in 2001, so we're talking about 21 years ago. Oh my god. When it comes to the original, because I've included the anniversary that came out 10 years after this game, so we'll get to that one. But when it comes to the original, like the OG big unit Xbox, original Xbox, to be fair, I never really played this one. I never owned this one. I played this around my cousin's house a lot. When I was in the UK, I used to play this game a lot with my cousin, like every Monday. I used to go around his house like every Monday. And he had an Xbox, I had a PlayStation, so we'd always hook up Halo Combat Evolved and we would play the campaign together, which was great. The killer app for the Xbox, 10 out of 10. Yep, I mean, it started it all, right? Let me just see something. There we go. Is it going to shrink? Oh, it's going to shrink. Yeah, I remember having some good fond memories of this one, so I might put it in the A category. I'm going to put it in the A category because the original I'm talking about, the original 2001 game, I remember, well, I mean, Halo is Halo, right? Well, Halo Combat Evolved is Halo Combat Evolved, right? Yeah, I mean, like, the actual game itself, never owned the 2001 game, and my cousin had it, and I used to play that a lot with him, so I never really got the full experience, and I was like 6 at the time. I was 6 when this game came out, so that just goes over my head. But the multiplayer was great, the campaign was great, and there were some nice shapes and some colours and aliens and mold monsters. That's all I remember from that one. Without further ado, let's get into this one, the original Halo 2. So, original Halo 2, again, my cousin had it, and we used to play this game, again, a lot when I used to go around like every Monday. This game came out in 2004? Yeah, this game came out in 2004, so I would have been about 9. I could register basic shapes and colours by that point. Yeah, this game was mind-blowing at the time. I used to play this game a lot with my cousin, and we used to come up with machinimas. Does anyone remember machinimas? Anybody? Or is that too ancient now? Yeah, we used to come up with machinimas before machinima was even a thing. We used to go into the multiplayer or in the custom games of Halo 2, and we used to just not reenact, but like act out like these little stories and have like a connecting story. And that sort of thing. We used to have a blast playing Halo 2, and so much so that my cousin was actually developing like a novel for the story that we came up with Halo 2. He had it on a floppy disk, and he doesn't know what he's done with the floppy disk. And I messaged him like not too long ago saying like, oh, do you remember Halo 2 and how great that was? And remember all like the different stories we used to come up with and all that. And it was like, oh yeah, that was great. And I said to him, or I asked him, do you still have the floppy disk? no, I don't know what happened to the floppy disk. Oh, so much gold was on that floppy disk. So much gold was on that floppy disk. Oh my god. So that's why when I first started out on YouTube, when I was doing kind of machinimas, I was doing like a few machinimas here and there. I wanted to remake what we created in Halo, an original Halo 2. I wanted to, you know, make a machinima, like a proper machinima series of that thing that we made in like Halo 4. I think I tried it in Halo 4. I made like a trailer for it. I had screenshots going for it. I had like posters going for it. I was going to make it like a huge thing. And I never followed up with it because I don't remember what happened in the story. I just remember certain characters like Orion. Orion was my cousin's character, and his Spartan armor was white and orange. And then Regents, which was my character, was black or steel, and he was like steel and sage, like the green sagey color. Oh, it was great. They were like brothers, and like, you know, they were long lost brothers, so they didn't know like they were brothers until like almost the end of the story. Orion goes like completely batshit berserk, and he goes AWOL, he goes rogue. Regents is tasked with trying to hunt him down, and then the tables flip, and then it turns out like Regents is like the inside man, and then Orion is, you know, sent like apologies towards him, and like took from the agency and saying like, oh, you know, sorry Orion, we want you to go and bring in Regents, dead or alive. And then Regents was like on the run with his AI. Oh, it was so good. But without further ado, let me put this in the rightful spot. I'm going on a rant here. I'm going on a sidetrack. Oh, it'll be so great to get something like that again. Like on the go, something like that. Is it? Oh dear. There we go. Yeah, you can see that's Halo 2, and you can see where it is. It's going in its rightful place in the S tier, the Master Chief tier. Obvious. Let's see. Halo 3. So Halo 3, I owned this way later. I think I owned this in 2011. And this game originally came out in 2007, so it took me 4 years to acquire this game. And I just had the Xbox 360 for like a year at that point, so I was still in the infancy of owning an Xbox at that time. But Halo 3, I didn't mind it, and I'm probably going to get like spit roasted or lynched for saying that, like I didn't mind Halo 3, whereas Halo 3 is like the grandfather of all Halo and it shouldn't be touched and that sort of thing. I didn't mind it. The campaign was great and all that. I absolutely love the campaign. Oh, I love the campaign. I absolutely loved the campaign for Halo 3. Oh yeah, Halo 2 as well. Love the campaign. Love it. Halo 2, playing as the Arbiter and like 15 missions. Oh, so good. Yeah, Halo 3, loved the campaign, and then doing co-op campaign with my cousin again. This was back in... Actually, no, because I would have moved by that time. Damn. Okay, so I basically played this with a few Xbox friends when I officially owned this game. Yeah, loved the campaign, and the custom games are great. What was that custom game called? Was it? It wasn't Duck Hunt. Oh no, there was a custom game, right? I don't remember what it was called now. But like the custom games and like the Forge maps of like Foundry and all that. Oh, so good. So many hours spent making like different contraptions and different maps and all that in Halo 3. Oh, so good. When it came to the multiplayer in Halo 3, I was completely batshit and crazy berserk good in it. Unstoppable, basically. So good. So good. And yeah, I mean, I actually didn't mind Halo 3. I really didn't mind Halo 3. I thought it was a good time. Let's see, I'm going to put this in... Oh my god, I'm going to get absolutely lynched for doing this. I'm going to put this in A category. I'm going to put this in the A category. So, like, I thought it was still a bloody good time. It's just missing certain elements, certain parts. to get it into the Master Chief category. It's still a good time, don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. Again, this is actually, this I forgot to mention this. These are my opinions. These are my opinions. So go easy on me when it comes to Halo 3. I am so sorry. Original Halo 3, I loved it. And then actually going back not too long ago, doing a stream on original Halo 3 before the servers completely died. That was an amazing evening. Getting some more achievements in the multiplayer, and then playing against Green Skull as well. That was like a fucking fairy tale like book fucking stream. That was great. I loved doing OG Halo 3 in that stream. That was great. That was so good. All right, ODST, phenomenal game, fantastic. I think they said this was originally supposed to be like DLC for it, but like it was too big of a game to have like just like it's standalone like DLC. So they put it on a disc, and then they also had the second disc being the multiplayer. I don't have that available to me. I'll find it. I'll find it at some point. Yeah, but like, the campaign was absolutely great. I loved playing as an ODST and being vulnerable yet powerful at the same time, if you catch my drift. Like, you're not as strong as a Spartan, but like, you can still hold your own against like elites and brutes and all that. But you're still vulnerable to like really powerful shit. So like, if you get overwhelmed, you will get overwhelmed. And like, you just play, I think this was like kind of like I say open world. You had like a hub area, which was New Mombasa, it's like the city at the time, and you were sort of like going through like the dead of night and like trying to find clues to your company's whereabouts. You know, you find like, is it Romeo? Romeo has the shotgun, right? You find like Romeo's sniper rifle. Sorry, you find his sniper rifle, and it's like, oh, what happened to him? So then you play Romeo's mission, leading up to the points of like what happened with that clue, and then you sort of like piece together what's happening, and then you have like this great finale of like going through the coastal highway and trying to protect like the asset and trying to get out of the city before it gets glassed and all that. It was great. So without further ado, I think there's only one place. There's only one place for ODST to go, and I would love to see like an ODST 2, maybe down the line at some point. Please, anybody, not 343. Anybody that wants to do like ODST 2, great, thank you so much. Please do it, please do it. Let me just see. Am I? You know what? I think I can make this one a little bit bigger. God, the OCD is kicking in. Not the ODST, the OCD is kicking in. There we go. Oh yeah. So that'll do. Moving up, we have Halo 4. So Halo 4... Actually, you know what? Instead of Halo 4, let us do Halo Reach first. Let's finish off Bungie once and for all. Yeah, so let's do Halo Reach. Halo Reach was the first Xbox 360 game, or the first Xbox game I ever owned. Excuse me. This is the first ever Xbox game I ever owned myself. I went and got my 360 in 2010, at the end of 2010, and Halo Reach came out in September of 2010, so it only just recently came out, Halo Reach, and I got like the Legendary Edition for it as well, so it came with like Halsey's Journal, and it came with the... oh god, what was it? The cosmetic officer. It was like the officer skin for the elite. So I got the Legendary Edition for this, and I loved this game. Halo Reach, so good. Multiplayer, the campaign was sick. Loved the campaign, and then like the whole file share and custom games went through the roof in Halo Reach. Like Speed Halo was a thing. And Griffball, like making Griffball matches, and then with like the height of like achievement, like Rooster Teeth, Achievement Hunter and all that, like making like horse maps. Does anyone remember Achievement Horse? Oh, so good. I remember playing Halo Reach with like one of my friends. He had Halo Reach as well, so I went round his house one time and we were making and testing out our own horse maps. And we were going to send it in to Rooster Teeth as well and say, like, you know, please play our map as well. Please play our map. And yeah, we just never really got round to it because I think they eventually pulled the plug on Horse and Pig. They eventually pulled the plug on it. But yeah, like, we made Griffball maps, we made horse maps. Again, the campaign was great, and the multiplayer was phenomenal. I think I got to Field Marshal or General, something like that, in the multiplayer. So I think, without further ado, it has to go into this category. I mean, there's just no other place to put it, right? There we go. So yeah, we're cruising, we're flying, we're doing it. All right, Halo 4. This is the turning point in Halo's history. This is when 343 acquired the Halo license. So this one it's in the middle. I'm not gonna lie, because I thought the campaign was really good. Like telling a more like emotional, like, yeah, emotionally more gripped story when it comes to like Cortana and Master Chief as well. I thought it was actually pretty good, and then you lose Cortana at the end. Spoilers for you if you haven't played it in like these 10 years, by the way. Can't believe Halo 4 is like 10 years old already. Ugh, just don't mention that to me at all. Yeah, the campaign was good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We'll get to like this game a bit later on. We'll get to this at some point. Ugh. Yeah, they sort of like left it off in certain areas where it was like, you know, they really, there was like some, you know, there were some stories they could have like continued with this one if they really wanted to continue with it, you know. We'll get to it. And yeah, the multiplayer was good as well. I played the crap out of the multiplayer for this. Got to like Spartan rank 50. And then, of course, you got like all the specialists like Wet Work, Operator, Stalker, and other ones. Tracker, I think, was one of the other ones. Yeah, I think I got to Spartan rank 120. The max rank was 130, I think. So I was pretty close to getting this. I'm missing one achievement in this game as well, and of course, you can't obtain it anymore because the servers are down for it. So. Yeah, I didn't mind it at all. The DLCs were great. Oh, Spartan Ops as well. Spartan Ops wasn't that bad. Again, it was much to be desired as well. It was its own thing, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's going to go into the B category for me. That'll go into the B category because. Like, again, like, I enjoyed the campaign. The multiplayer I just kept playing constantly as well. And I think I got the Legendary Edition for this one as well. I was on a mission to try and get, like, all the Legendary Editions for Halo from Reach onwards. So I missed out on, like, Halo 3's Legendary one, and I think other ones as well. Nope. No, I didn't. Yeah, so Halo 4, yeah, that's B for me. It's like average. It's in the middle for me. It's average for me. La 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 la. Oh yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Moving on. No, so Halo 5, it was an absolute abomination for me. I hated Halo 5, and if you were to, you know, if you were to ask me like, oh, what's the campaign about? I could tell you that Cortana is the bad guy, and you fight in a fire team of 4. And you can either play on Master Chief's team or like Locke's team, and you get to pick whoever's in their team. And then you reach towards like the same goal of, you know, stopping Cortana and like from activating like the Guardians or something and like turning AI against everybody. Yeah, so like in Halo 4, you're like, yeah, Cortana is dead in Halo 4. They should have left it like that. Halo 5, they brought back Cortana, and not only did they bring back Cortana, they brought her back to become evil, and also have like this motherfucker called the Warden come and sort of like protect her and be a nuisance to you in boss fights. Oh, god damn it, I hated Halo 5. Well, the campaign at least. The multiplayer wasn't that bad, because, yeah, sure, you had like your standard multiplayer, like maps and modes and all that. They also introduced Warzone? I think it was called Warzone, where you like, it's like your team against the enemy's team, and you have to fight for attrition. So you have to like get bases, you have to score, you know, certain areas of the map as well. And you know, the longer you hold like certain maps, or like the better you do in your match, you get you get rec points that earn towards like better vehicles, better weaponry, yeah, better loadouts, that sort of thing. So when it comes to the rec system, that was like their pay to win service, if you want to call it like that. That was like their gambling. That was like 343's gambling. Yeah, like gambling. What's the word I'm looking for? Gambling device. You know, it was like their their gambling device for enticing players to spend actual money. So I'm gonna hold my hands up. I was one of these people because I absolutely loved Halo, and I thought it was, you know, it was a fucking phenomenal series. I played like all of the games leading up to Halo 5, and you know, I loved Halo 5. I loved Halo, and I was getting into Halo 5. I was trying my best to like try and enjoy it, and then I was getting into the multiplayer as well, like trying to enjoy it as well. And then there was a shit ton of armor customization, which shouldn't even be armor customization. There was like 150 or 200, I think, something like that, of like helmets, which just had like a different respray. Like, oh, you can get the recon helmet, let's say, and the recon helmet is like a base recon helmet, or you can get like the recon helmet but with a line going down the middle of it, you know? So you had like that sort of situation, or you can have like this red visor or a slightly darker red visor. And I was one of those people that bought rec points and rec cards and rec packs. I was one of those people. I'll hold my hands up. I was one of those dudes. Do I regret it? Kinda. I kinda regret it now. Looking back. Looking back, we can laugh on it, right? We can laugh, right? Please? Please? Yeah, so without further ado, it's in the C category. It's literally bottom of the pile because the blue category is never played or watched. So this is bottom of the category for me, Halo 5. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. Right. Halo Infinite. Oh, Halo Infinite. Oh my god. How... You're such a sad story, Halo Infinite. You were literally gearing up to be Halo's mighty return. You were gearing up to be Halo's mighty return. After the teaser trailer of like a Halo ring and like going through like the environment looking like Halo Combat Evolved again, and then seeing like a shot of like Master Chief's helmet, like proper Mark 6 helmet and all that. Oh, you were so close. You were so close, Halo Infinite. I thought the campaign was good. If you were to ask me what's the campaign about, I only played it through the once. I think we get stranded on a ring. Zeta Halo, I think it's called. You find another Cortana, or like Cortana's like child, or like some sort of like, I would say it's like another version of Cortana, like a more updated, upgraded version of Cortana. I forgot her name, but I think we just called her Cortana at the end. Anyways, yeah, and then like they sort of like closed things with the story, like making Cortana sacrifice herself to save the humans again, because 343 were like, uh-oh, what have we done with Cortana in Halo 5? Uh-oh. So we'll rectify everything, and we'll make Cortana the good guy by sacrificing herself and protecting humanity. Great, thanks for 343, thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, and again, like, what the hell happened to Spartan Locke? Spartan Locke was in Halo 5. Is he in Halo Infinite? No. The only mention of Spartan Locke in Halo Infinite is via a propaganda tower. There's like mention of Spartan Locke, but I actually don't remember what the audio is for it. And I don't practically care. I don't practically care. I mean, Spartan Locke was a very good character, but it was 343 were like gearing him up to replace Master Chief, in that sense, and I think people were pissed, so they're like, oh, sorry, we're not going to include Spartan Locke in anything else now. That's it, he's done. I think it's a missed opportunity. There's a lot of missed opportunities when it comes to 343's, I think they call it like the Reclaimer saga. There's a lot of missed opportunities, and there's a lot of opportunities that could have been improved, or just avoided completely. You know. But yeah, I didn't mind the Halo Infinite's campaign. It was like open world as well, which was great, and you know, you can go do outposts, you can go collect stuff that will there's like these lockers, like these Spartan lockers, like if you unlock one of these lockers, you can go and grab some armor for your multiplayer character. I mean, there was some ideas. There were some ideas that could have worked and all that. It was on the right path until it completely did a nosedive, and then everybody is leaving 343 or leaving this project, or just everybody's just pissed at this game now. Ever since like the first season of Halo Infinite's multiplayer ended, I haven't come back to this like religiously like I did back then. I think it took me like a couple of months to get tired of the multiplayer, because it was the same things and like it wasn't engaging. I didn't enjoy it anymore, and I moved on to like other games. That's actually coming up in this list, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there. But yeah, I mean, oh, Halo Infinite, it's a problem child. It is. I'm waiting until like the co-op campaign comes out, and then I'll go back to it. You know, I'll play through it with a buddy of mine. I'll play it with JJ Retro, Mr. JT Blackout. I'll play with him, and then we'll go get the skulls. We'll go get some audio logs. We'll do it on like Legendary, like all skulls on, hopefully. And yeah, we'll have a good time. But again, Forge and co-op campaign are the things that are missing from this game. If they would have included it at launch, it would have been in a much better position than it already is in. So again, there's like a lot of missed opportunities, and it's a mixed bag. And like I said before, I haven't actually gone back to the multiplayer religiously like I had done with like previous Halo titles as well. So I think without further ado, I think I'm going to put it in like the B category. It's like in the middle. It's like a C+ or a B-, you know. It's like there. But I'll give it the benefit of a doubt and I'll put it in the B. It's average. It's even below average, if I would say. It's like you really want to love Halo Infinite because you think it was actually going to do so much better than what it actually, like the current state it is at the moment. But like, the 343 have royally fucked it up. Big time with that. Hugely. Right, Halo MCC. This is phenomenal. And yeah, it's a collection of like every single Halo game that's pretty much ever existed, except for Halo 5 in it. I don't know if they'll ever add Halo 5 to this, but if they do, I'm sure they're going to add more achievements into this, and then I'm going to have to get more than the 8 achievements that I actually need in this game. There's like 700 achievements, and I'm like on 692. Yeah, absolutely love Halo MCC. This came out in 2014, so it's already approaching like almost 10 years of this game. It's crazy. Yeah, so like I said, this is like a collection of Halo 1, 2, well, Halo 2 Anniversary, I should say, Halo 3, 4, ODST, and Reach. And yeah, 60 FPS, and you know, I think they said 4K as well. I'm not too sure, but like it's Series X enhanced and all that. So they've really sort of upped the ante when it comes to this game, because at launch this was atrocious. At launch, this was a heaping pile of dog doo doo at launch. Like it had Halos 1 through 4. And the multiplayer did not work at all. It was very, very tedious and very painful to try and find multiplayer maps at the beginning, at launch. It was very, very tedious. And I think when it came to like the actual multiplayer in this game, I didn't really play it that much at launch because it was like buggy, it was very hard to find players. And as soon as you find players, you might disconnect, and you know, there were some issues because, you know, you've got like Halos 1 through 4's campaigns as well as like their own separate multiplayers. So they had to incorporate every single multiplayer mode, map, whatever from like those 4 Halo games, incorporate them into one package, and then sort of like switch on the fly like for the game. So you can kind of see like what kind of issues they had with it. And then sort of like through the years, they started adding more and more features, improving features as well. They added ODST in 2016 or 2017, something like that. And then Halo Reach was 2019, I think. I could be mistaken, but it was something like that. So like with Halo Reach, there was like a lot of issues with Halo Reach from 343's end, because something to do with like they wanted to upscale like Reach's armor and like Reach's abilities and all that, but like in order to do so, they were going to surpass the amount of data they could hold for the game. So they had to really find a way to try and minimize certain assets and all that. But I think they did a freaking phenomenal job. Now, like the current state that the MCC's in. I was about to say the MCU. I'm sorry. Yeah, the current state that MCC is in at the moment is pretty top notch. And they said like, you know, season 8 was going to be like the last season they were going to do for like the new battle pass system and all that. They said it was going to be like the last, but it turns out that 343 are still going to add new features to this game and going to like include like cut content. So like original Halo Combat Evolved Master Chief, like pre-Combat Evolved. So like the original like 1999 or 2000 like model of Master Chief, like the sabers, and certain other cut content as well. So I'm looking forward to that. As soon as that drops, I'll definitely be checking that out. But yeah, without further ado, there's only one place that current MCC goes. I think it's quite fitting as well. It's going to go into the Master Chief category. I would say launch MCC would probably go into the B category at launch. But the current state it's in at the moment, I'm still playing this game till this day, like playing multiplayer and all that, because the achievements that I'm sort of missing in this game now is to beat Halos 1 through 3 on Legendary under 3 hours, and then basically just some multiplayer stuff, which is basically doing Halo 2 Anniversary stuff, so like getting splatters and getting environmental kills in Halo 2 Anniversary, which is going to be a little bit tough because, you know, nobody plays Halo 2 Anniversary in that game, but I'll find a way. Alright, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. This came out in 2011, and this was like the 10-year anniversary of Combat Evolved. So this was basically the same game of Halo Combat Evolved, but upscaling like the graphics and the frame rate, and giving you like better like graphics overall, and then having the ability to switch between original graphics and modern at the time graphics. This was great. It had its own like achievement list as well. And I thoroughly enjoyed this. And as soon as this came out, 2011, like November 2011, I think it came out, I was on it and I was hooked. I was playing that game like non-stop. And I made videos back in the day of like doing speed runs in Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. Oh, so good. Absolutely loved Combat Evolved. It was a very, very good time. So without further ado, it's going to go into the A category for me. I really liked Combat Evolved. I thought it was a very, very good time for sure. Alright, Halo Wars. So I'm going to put Halo Wars Definitive Edition on this instead of like the original Halo Wars, because I played Halo Wars recently, like a couple of years ago with JJ Retro, JT Blackout. Like going through the campaign, just having a good time, like checking it out, like see if we'll love it and, you know, enjoy it. It's very, very good cooperatively. Definitely. So I recommend playing this with friends, for sure. Definitely play this with friends, definitely. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I actually really liked Halo Wars. It's like an RTS Halo game. So it's like, you know, bird's eye view, you know, get this group of Spartans or infantry, whatever, go and attack like the enemy base, and then you win. You know, upgrade your bases, you know, and try and be more powerful than the enemy, and then plan certain attacks and see if they work and all that. So I actually I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I really did. I had a really good time with it. Definitive Edition. I think this game came out in 2009, so the same sort of time as ODST, like the original one. I don't actually know when the Definitive Edition came out for Halo Wars. I don't know, because I think we picked Halo Wars up because it was part of Game Pass. I think it's because it was part of Game Pass, or it was part of like Halo Wars 2. I don't remember. I really don't remember, but I remember having a very good time with it. Alright, Halo Wars 2. I mean, Halo Wars 2, I played it with JJ Retro, and we didn't actually complete this game yet. We haven't completed it. We haven't gone back to it either. I think we just sort of like left it. We left it. It's like we got to like chapter 3 or 4 in this game and just sort of never came back to it. Which was sad, because we liked Halo Wars 1, but Halo Wars 2, I don't think we ever got into it properly. Which it might have been like a huge bummer, but God, I think I'm trying to think where to put it, because it's like technically we haven't played it, but we have played it, you know. So I think for what I've played of it, it's going to go into the C category, because the fact is, like, we started playing it, and then we sort of like left it. Kind of sums up like the game for us. It's like it didn't hook us, maybe. I mean, if it hooked us, then we would have kept playing, and it's like, oh, when we come onto the Xbox next, we'll play this game again and we'll get it done. We never did that. We never did that with Halo Wars 2. So from what I've played, excuse me, and all that, I'm going to put it in the C category. It's like we've played it, but we haven't beaten it yet. It's hard to put it in the same category as Halo 5. I should have like a category which looks like the recycling bin for like desktop, and just put Halo 5 in it. Just put it in the trash where it belongs. Alright, so Spartan Assault. This was like an Xbox Live Arcade stroke iOS game, like a Windows mobile game. Never played it. Never played it. Never played it. Even Spartan Strike, never played it. I think I might play it at some point. Maybe I might, you know, get a stream in where I just play both games. I don't even know if I can actually play Spartan Strike anymore, because that game just sort of like faded into obscurity. Like, I just don't know what happened to Spartan Strike. I think Spartan Assault is still playable. Like, you can still find it on like the store. And I think we just have it anyways, like JJ Retro and I think we just still have this anyways. Spartan Strike. God knows. I don't even know if that game came out. I don't know. Because that was sort of like up in the air. It's like, did the game come out? Did it not come out? Can you play it? Can you not play it? Oh, certain people have played it, but, you know, certain other people haven't played it. It's weird. I've never played these games, but I might do. If I find, like, Spartan Strike as well, I might just incorporate both these games into one stream, maybe, if they're short enough. If not, I'll just make, like, a stream and just play both of them. We'll see. We'll see for the future. Because at some point, I'm going to have to play all the campaigns for Halo, because next year is going to be my 10th anniversary for YouTube, and where I started on YouTube was with Halo. The 21st of February, like 2013. My first video on YouTube was Halo 4 Forward Onto Dawn. That was the first. No, Dawn. Dawn was the first level, like speedrun. I was doing like a speedrun in that like almost 10 years ago. So I think for February I might just do like streams in Halo MCC, like go through the campaign again, just to celebrate the 10 years. I think that might be a good idea. I think that's it for games. So that's the games side. As you can see, pretty mixed-ish kind of bag, and like the chef's kiss, do not touch, don't say any badness, except for this one. I'm probably going to get lynched for having Halo 3 in the A category and saying I didn't mind it. Alright, so now we move on to cartoon stroke live action, because I wanted to incorporate these as well. I wanted to incorporate as much Halo as I can. The books, I didn't read any Halo books. I think there's one that recently came out that's supposed to be good, I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's it. Yeah, so we've done 1, 2, yeah. Yeah, I think we've done all the Halo games up until now. Yeah, so now we're doing all the TV shows. So, Forward Onto Dawn. I think this came out the same sort of time as Halo 4. I think this came out before Halo 4 to celebrate the launch of Halo 4. It's like, oh, you should watch this series before you go into Halo 4. See what's happening with these characters, like Locke, and Master Chief, and Woman. I never watched this. I haven't watched this. I don't know if it's any good. I've heard some good things about it. Like, I've heard there's some really well done scenes or something like that. Like Master Chief is good in it or something like that. But yeah, never watched it. I think this came with Halo 4's Legendary Edition as well. I could be mistaken. I think. I don't know. If I find the series, I think you can find the series on YouTube. If it's up on YouTube, I'll just watch it one evening. I was like, oh, I have a free evening, I can watch it. Right, Halo Nightfall. From exclusive producer Ridley Scott, the guy who did Aliens. This was okay. This is Spartan Locke. This was Spartan Locke before he became a Spartan. I'm trying to remember exactly what happened. I think there was like a huge, massive threat when it came to the bad guy in this, or the enemy in this. I think it was the Hunter Worms, and you couldn't go into like the shadows or something, or like into dark areas because they would attack in dark areas or something like that. I think that's what it was. This came out the same sort of time as Halo 5, so this was like, you know, if you watch this series all the way through, you get this armor for your multiplayer Spartan, and you get like an emblem as well. I basically watched the whole thing because I really liked their suits. It reminded me of like an ODST, like a souped up like Spartan stroke ODST kind of design. I really liked the suits. That's what it has going for it. Yeah, I mean, without further ado, I don't think I'd ever go back and watch it. You know, I don't think I would ever go back and watch it. So I think I'm going to put it in the C category. You know, I'll put it in the C category because it's like, you know, I watched it. I thought it was okay. You had to watch it anyway if you wanted to get like the armor and the emblems and all that. I didn't mind it. I'm skipping you. I'm going to leave you till last. All right. Halo, The Fall of Reach. This came out with MCC. Did it come out with MCC? God, I don't remember. I remember watching this as well. Again, I only watched it the once, and it was supposed to be like the early years of like John's like Spartan career, and with Blue Team and all that. I don't remember how many parts it was. I think it was like something like 4 parts. I could be mistaken. It wasn't long either. It was just like a little teaser animation. It was just, you know, here's more Halo for you. Enjoy. That's basically what it was. Yeah, I only watched it once and I thought it was okay. So again, it's C category because I don't remember any of it. And it's not like another series where I'll just go back and watch it. Alright, Halo Legends. Never watched it. I think this one is like all animation and it's like different styles of animation because it's like different artists. But yeah, like never watched it. I think at some point there was like a Red versus Blue, like PSA, or like a Red versus Blue episode that had something to do with Legends, or something like that. Yeah, I don't actually remember. But yeah, never watched Halo Legends. If I can find a way to watch Halo Legends, I might. Just to say like I've watched it. Now we come to this. Alright, so this, the recent Halo, big budget Halo series from Paramount Plus, that streamed in March. Never watched it. Seen clips of it. Seen some really questionable clips on it. Very questionable clips on it. You will never get me to watch this. You'll never ever see me watch this series. I will never watch this series because they had a huge budget with this, and I don't think they've done I've never watched it, but I can already tell they haven't done a very good job with it. There's something with this series that you just will never get me to watch it. Like, yeah, I'll see the odd clip here and there, but you'll never ever get me to watch this thing. Never. Will it pick up in Season 2? I don't know. If it picks up in Season 2, we'll see. I might just go back to I might watch Season 1 and just laugh at it. Hang on. We're almost there. There we go. Yeah, that's where it belongs. Actually, Halo Paramount Plus and also Halo 5. If I had like a little wait, hang on. Bear with me. Oh, actually, I can do it like this. Hang on. All right. Doesn't look like a PNG to me. Alright, there's a way of like... whatever. Oh, no, I've actually found a better one. Hang on, I found it. That'll do. Bear with me. Okay, we have the new category called the trash bin. Alright. Where is it? Where's the bin? There we go. So I want this. Oh, can I not do that? Anyway, you get what I mean. So this series in the bin. This game in the bin. Actually, can I do it like this? Can I do it like this? There's a bin. Can I do it like this? I can't. Okay, whatever. So yeah, we have the bin. We have the bin category. And then these two can be in the bin category because that's where they belong. They belong in the trash. Where they belong. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. So that's pretty much my my category list for Halo, TV shows and games. Everything Halo. Oh, I need to resize this now. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty much my my Halo game and TV series tier list. And again, these are my opinions as well, so I'd love to hear your opinions in the comment section below. And yeah, there's the trash list as well. Halo 5 and Halo Paramount Plus. That's where they belong. Prove me wrong. But yes, that's my tier list, and again, I'd love to hear your opinions, your tier lists in the comment section below. But yeah, I love the Halo series, but in recent memories from 5 onwards, it's gone downhill, and it's sad. You know, it's very sad. Yeah, from MCC backwards, great. Pretty much. But yeah, like I'm pretty happy with that list. Could I change anything? No, I'm pretty happy with that list, and I think I've made some valid points. At least I hope I did. But yes, that's what I'm gonna have to cut it for this tier list. Let me know what kind of tier lists you want to see in the future. Your tier lists, your Halo tier lists in the comments. Did you agree with my list? Did you disagree with my list? Probably for Halo 3, you probably disagreed like a shit ton, but I'd love to hear it. Yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by if you have, and if you liked what you've seen, go ahead and subscribe, and also ring that bell to stay notified when I go live or when I do post a video. And yeah, have a fantastic rest of your day, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you guys in my next video or stream. Either way, I'll be seeing you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said before, subscribe, ring that bell, do it. Ring that bell, stay notified for more awesome content of a very average gamer. Peace out, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Adios. Good night.